Hello, let's do the New York Times Hard Sudoku for January 8th, 2025. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. All right, starting here, we do have two twos, and that actually places the two in this box, only place for it. This one doesn't seem to do much. We have the 5 and the 6. This 6 and this 6 actually put a 6 in one of these two, which is going to point into this box along with this 6, putting a 6 down here. If I use terminology or technique, or you're not sure what I'm doing, if I use terminology or technique that you don't know or understand, or you're not sure what I'm doing in general, there is always a video in the description that I link that goes through everything in great detail. So I highly recommend watching that for context. If I explained everything in super in-depth every time, we'd be here for an hour every day. And so I try to strike a balance. Some days I explain more, some days I explain less. All right, these two 8s look up. There's an 8 in one of these two. I just happened to notice that, so figured I'd mark it. We also have these two 1s. Actually, the 1 is placed in this box. That's quite handy. And that puts the 1 in one of these two cells. Whenever we do something like this, we want to look to see if... See, the reason that this is triggered is not just because I put it in two places, but because also the 1 isn't placed yet in the band, or sorry, in the stack here. And so we want to look to see if the 1 is also restricted to the same two columns in either of these boxes. And we unfortunately know the 1 could be here and the 1 could be here. So nothing there. The 8 should have triggered the same thing. And actually with the 8, we do see that. Because in this box here, where's the 8? Well, it's any of these 5 cells. This is why I don't like calling this an X-Wing, because it's much more generic than an X-Wing. It's a way of finding claiming or hidden singles. In this case, we're going to find a hidden single. Because in box 1 and in box 3, where can the 8 go? Well, it's limited. Basically, which rows can the 8 go in? They're both limited to rows 1 and 2. So the question we want to ask is, well, row 3 is going to need an 8. If it doesn't get it from box 1 and it doesn't get it from box 3, what box is it getting it from? Well, it better get it from box 2. And then we can look and see that this 8 looks up, and that places the 8 in the box. So that's the 8 for the row, and that happens to also then be the 8 for the box. This row is down to 3 digits. Let's take a look real quick. We need a 3, 6, 9. I'm just going to fill that out. That's not 6, that's not 3. I don't think there's anything immediate to do with that. I don't think I've finished going through all my digits, though. So we did the 1 and the 2, we did the 5, we did the 6. That was what we just did. The 8's, the 8's up here somewhere. We're not marking that. The 2 we took care of. The 4, we do have two 4s looking up. And then this 4, putting a 4 in one of these two. And we've got the 7. It's not, it's not quite good enough. And then the 9. Okay, we do have two 9s here, so let's mark that. If you're wondering why sometimes I do the vertical and sometimes I don't, it's just whether I remember to notice it. There's a lot to scan for as you go, and I'm not perfect. So if the question is, why didn't you do that thing? Maybe the answer is I didn't see it. But anyway, this band here, we have the 3, 3 and 3. Okay, we have the 2 and the 7. The 2 does not, almost, not quite. All right, we do have two 7s. It's a 7, one of these two. And then we also have the 1, 4, and 8. There's really not a whole lot going on in this band. There's not enough givens to really restrict digits. But it doesn't hurt to take a look. Like, we do have two, so it definitely doesn't hurt to take a look, because we have two 8s looking in vertically here. So when I placed this 8, I forgot to look vertically. I was just saying, I forget things. That proves it. I didn't know I had forgotten something. It was forgotten. All right, that puts an 8 down here somewhere. Things I'm noticing, we do have a bunch of quarter marks here, which meaning they're not here, but it's not enough digits, right? It's only 4 digits that these aren't. That leaves 5 still. If we look, we can see these also aren't 1, but that's it, right? I guess this one's not a 2. And a 6. Okay, this one's not 1, 2, 6. Okay, that's a lot. Because it's not 5 digits from the box, and in addition to that, it's not 1, 2, or 6, which are not placed or they're not placed or corner marked in the box. So this cell is not these 4 digits plus not these 3 digits, so it's down to 2 digits. So it's always good to know how many you're expecting, because there's always human error. And so the more angles you approach something from, the more you can sort of validate yourself as you go. So it's not 1, 2, 3. It could be 4, 5. It's not 6, 7, 8, 9 are here. So that is 2 digits that is down to, and it is the 4, 5. All right. That may be all we get. Just taking a bit look. Yeah, I think this band will give us more. So let's just move on to it. We have the 7 and the 8. We do have 2 8s. Puts an 8 in one of these two. We have... sorry, I was doing the 8. We have the 7. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem... I mean, these two 7s look up. That's handy. Puts a 7 in one of these two. I think that's... Oh, that's not it. This 7 and this 7. Put a 7 in one of these two. That points in here along with this 7, putting a 7 in one of these two. Okay. 7 and 8, we have the 1s. We already have that marked. We have the 6. Okay, the 6 is helpful. It crosses this 7, 9. We get a lot of crossings on this one. Sorry, it's just placed. That's even better. Oh, I missed that it had a buddy. So we placed the 6, and when we did that, it reduced the 1 to 1 place based on our corner mark. So we placed the 1 as well. So let's follow up on those. The 6 is somewhere in here. The 1 does not appear... actually, it is useful. Sorry. I keep doing this. There's a lot of crossings. This 1 points up along with this 1. Oh, this is very useful. Because what we've done here is we've identified a hidden pair. 1 has to be in one of these two, and 7 has to be one of these two. Well, those are the only 2 digits that can be in those two then. You only get 2 digits there. So that hidden 1, 7 pair, let's look at what was left in the box. It looks like it's 3, 4, 9. I typed 2. 3, 4, 9. So that means these can't be 3, 4, 9 anymore. And that's what's true for the column, 3, 4, 9. This one's not a 3, this one's not a 9. So the 3 is restricted to one of these two in the column, claiming the box. You can see 3 is restricted to here, and 3 is restricted to, I guess, here. So that's that lineup thing as well that tells you about the claiming. Okay. I don't know if removing 3 from these does anything particularly special. At the moment. Okay, take a step back. I got the 1, 7. I got the 3, 4, 9. No pointing from that. All right. Coming back around. So I got the 6, I got the 1. That was what the 1 did. Okay. So that was 1 and 6. We have a 9. We don't know much about 9s, do we? I guess we have that marked. Okay. And then I did the 7, 8. I did the 1, 6, 9. So we have the 1, 6 taken care of. We have 3, 4, and 8. So the obvious thing, we have the 8s marked already, but it is the obvious thing. We have the 4s marked vertically. Does this 3 do anything? It would be very nice. I mean, 3's in one of these two. So now this cell here is avoiding a bunch of corner marks. It's not the 1, 6, 9, but it's also not the 3, 7, 8. So it's down to 3 digits max. Those 3 digits, let's see, we could be 2. We can't be 3, 4. So the 4 is in addition to all of these markings. We could be 5, and then we shouldn't be any of the others. Not 6, 7, 8, or 9. Yeah. So, all right. In general, we have a few things reduced to 4 open cells. This box and this row are what I'm seeing. So let's start with the box. We need 2, 5, 7, 9. So this one's not 2. So this is 5, 7, 9. I was actually noticing this row was also 2, 5, 7, 9. I was like, what's this row give? Nothing. Oh, and it's 4 left, so it must be 2, 5, 7, 9. Then I saw this 9 here. It says 9's not in any of these. So actually for this row, the 9 is placed here. Yeah, and we could have seen that via this box as well with the 9 limited up here, pointing in. And so now we're down to 2, 5, 7, which I'll just mark out. This column's down to 5. This row, okay, this row is now down to 2, 5, 7 as well. So 2, 5, 7 triple leaves a triple here. We know these are 3 and these are 8, but what's the other digit? It looks like 4. And that one's not a 4. So this is a naked single 8. It's not 3, 4. It's not 3 or 4. So it is the 8, and we get our 3, 4 pair in here. That's not 8, but there's still 2 places for 8. Okay. So I just got this 8. I got this 3, 4 pair. I got this 2, 5, 7 triple. Anything to do with those? This row has been reduced to 4 digits, and we have a 3-4 pair here. So this is 2-5. I did not mean to do that, sorry. 2-5. I was in the wrong mode. I don't know who I just apologized to. That was a random apology. All right. What else? Okay, so I got to take a step back. I got some new info. Does that help me anywhere? Or is there somewhere I need to scan that I didn't? I think the next step is a vertical scan, just to make sure I didn't miss any vertical buddies. So the 2 and the 1, we have the 4, 7, and 8. Those appear taken care of. Does the 7 really not help me? Not really, no. Okay, vertically here, we've got the 2, 5, 6, 8. So the 2s, we did not see the 2s vertically. 2s in one of these two. We have the 5, nobody. The 6 is marked. The 8 is done. And then we have 2 and 7 here. We already talked about. Okay. Okay, this final stack here, we do have the 2, 4, 7, 9. Okay. And then the 3. Yeah, nothing. All right. So it's not a basic scan that I missed. Are there any low-hanging fruits that I might have missed? Low-hanging fruit is just what I call rows, columns, boxes with 4 or fewer open cells. I think I caught them. Okay, so what about boxes? We want to double check our corner marks. This is just the kind of the sequence of things I go through when I've finished my initial scan and I'm not done. I'm not even close to done, so I'm clearly missing something. What I could be missing is I want to make sure what I'm missing isn't blatant information that I already have marked, right? So the 4 is marked, the 8's marked, the 6 is marked. We want to make sure the rest of the box doesn't have that center marked, and the rest of the columns or rows, depending on the pointing, doesn't have it center marked. The 1, 7 pair, 3, 4, 9. We have the 6s here and the 6s here. So we want to make sure we don't have 6s marked in these. This cell here actually, and the other thing we're looking for is cells that are not corner marked in a box with a lot of corner marks, which we have done before in this puzzle. And so what can this be? It can be 3, 5. I'm just going to write it out. I might delete it though. We need 3, 5. We have 6, 7, 9. Yeah, that's 4 digits, unfortunately. And I don't see any reason it can't be any of the 3, 5, 7, or 9. The other thing to look for is geometry as we go box by box. Make sure I didn't miss anything with that. For example, we do need a 2 in this column. There's only 2 places for it. If there was only 1 place for it, that would have been better. But that's the kind of thing we're looking for. Geometry is just what I call how givens, either one given or multiple, usually multiple givens, how they affect rows and columns that they aren't in. That's what I call geometry, as opposed to them directly affecting the rows and columns in boxes that they are in, which would not be geometry in my nomenclature. All right, and here we just have the pairs. We don't have any corner marks. We want to make sure that these don't match up with anything in any interesting ways. All right, I'm not seeing much with that. This box here, we do have the 6s. Again, this can't be 6. We accounted for that. So what's going on in this box? This being full, did I miss anything? No, there's just the 2s and the 6. I'm noticing we have 1, 3, and 8 looking up here. And that actually does give us a hidden triple. That's going to be huge. So I was seeing these digits and I was seeing these 3 digits aren't in the box yet. So none of these cells can be 1, 3, 8. We need to place 1, 3, and 8, and there's only 3 cells left for them. So that's a hidden triple. 1, 3, 8 hidden triple, meaning they can't be anything else. So this 6 corner mark is actually wrong because it can't be 6. We wouldn't be able to fit all of 1, 3, 8 in the box, leaving the only place for 6 being here. I don't know why a 5 appeared there. I must have slammed something on the keyboard. All right, and that leaves just a single digit here. Looks like it's the 5. Okay. 5 looks down. So this 1, 3, 8. There's sometimes a corollary in this column where we have 2, 7, 9. Let's just do that. This 2, 7 tells us this is a naked 9, and then we're left with 2, 7 here. Okay, perfect. So let's follow up on the digits we just got. So we got the 6s, we have that marked. We got the 5. We do have 2 5s here. So 5 ends up here somewhere. Did I get the 2? No, I have had the 2. 6 and 5 vertically. We do have these 6s, so 6 ends up over here. Anything else of use from what I just got? If it felt like a really important deduction. It got us to a couple digits, but it didn't cascade the puzzle. So there may be more to find here. These 1, 3, 8s are just open. Okay. And we got this 2, 7, but there's no follow-up there. Okay. So I'm just going to keep looking at boxes then. This box we have nothing marked. I'm just scanning to see, like, we've got the 6 and the 9 looking in here. It's not going to make a hidden pair because there's 3 digits left for them. But at the same time, these we know these 2 cells are limited because they're not the 4 digits in the box, and they're also not 6, 9. So if there's anything to the right, like this 3, that's going to really significantly reduce them. So the digits remaining that aren't these digits are the 2, 3, and 5. We can't be 6, 7, 8, or 9, right? And this can't be the 3. So we're down to 2, 5 here. I am going to need some water. Let's see, what can I do with that? I'm curious about this row just because we have 3 cells that are bi values, which means the row might have something interesting going on. So we just want to think about the 5 digits that are left. We need the 2, 4, 5, 6, 9. 2, 4, 5, 6, 9. That is the correct number of digits. All right, 2, 4, 5, 6, 9. Now this can't be 2, 4, 5, 6, 9. This can't be 9. All right, it is not interesting. Okay. So what else is going on in this box? We know that the 6 and the 9 and okay, so the 9 is actually more limited. It ends up in one of these 2. That's something I hadn't noticed. That points in here along with this 9, meaning one of these 2 is a 9. So the important thing we learned is that these are not 9. We didn't know that before. And so maybe this cell's limited because it's not 9 and it's not 2. So yeah, it's limited to at most 3 digits. Because I'm looking at the column, right? The column has 5 open cells, which means there's 5 digits just to start out from the column. There's 5 digits this could be, but we know it's not the 2. The 2 is corner marked down here, and we know it's not the 9 because the 9 is corner marked here. So that's down to 3 digits. So 1, 2, we need a 3, 4, 5, it looks like, and we can't be 6, 7, 8, or 9. 3, 4, 5 does not help me, unfortunately. This also can't be not 2 or 9, so it's also 3, 4, 5, but it can't be 4 either. Basically, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 is what's left in the column. It's also what's left in this box. I want this to do something, but it doesn't immediately. We keep finding restricted cells that don't help, but you find them that don't help until they do. That's kind of how it goes. So anything else going on in this box? Well, this one's not 9. Is there anything else it's not? It's not 2. So if it's not 2 or 9, that's worth marking. 1, 2 could be 3, can't be 4, could be 5, or 6, can't be 7, 8, or 9. So 3, 5, 6 still doesn't help me. Okay. We're going to move on to this box here. We have the 6s marked, we have the 1s marked, we have the 9s marked. This is not a hidden 1, 6 pair because the 6 can escape there, but I'm wondering if it ends up being so. It would be nice. I'm not really seeing much to do here. Okay, this box here, the 6s, the 8s, and the 7s. We're just double checking our center marks in the box and our center marks in the pointing areas. They're kind of spread out. So yeah, I'm not seeing a whole lot to do there. All right, did I forget to check for geometry? I want to look at this 1, 4, 7, 8. So we need 1, 4, and 7 still in this row. That can't be 1, 4, 7. Unfortunately, that does still leave 4 places that can be 1, 4, or 7. Okay, we're not quite there. It does tell us that these 2 cells are limited, but not enough probably. All right, I don't know what else to do with this box. This box is taken care of. The 7s do point. We want to make sure we took care of that. Looks like we did. Here we've got the 2s, we've got the 9, we've got the 3. All right, all looks good to me. What am I missing here? Is this limited? Because it's not the 2 or the 3. I don't think it sees anything that's not in the box otherwise, though. So, but not being 2, 3 is enough. So it's not 1, 2, 3. It could be 4, 5. Can't be 6, 7, 8. Could be 9. So 4, 5, 9. Huh. What am I missing in this puzzle? This is crazy. 20 minutes in. All right. Then here we have a triple and a pair. Okay, any geometry that I missed. I'm going to pay more close attention to that. This 2, 7, 8 is annoying because we already have all 3 of them in the column. 5, 5, 8. I don't know. I think I just need to look for more restricted cells over here. There's 5 digits left for the row. We need a I was just noticing we need a 7, and we have a 7 here. In fact, we need 1 and 7 and 3 and 8. So what is this cell? This can't be 1, 2, 3. Could be 4. It can't be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 there. Here's a naked 4. That gives us the 3. I think that was necessary to find. That's 9, that's 6, that's 3. That's a 4. That can't be 9, so that's our 9. Both of these can't be 9, so that's 9 and that's 2. All right, nice cascade there. 3, 5 pairs left in this box. That makes this a triple. I know there's red marks to clean up, but they're not... I don't have to clean them up. Okay, this one we can place the 5. I don't have to clean them up until I know I'm not placing a digit into the cell. It makes it faster. All right, that's 7, that's 2. We get the 5 and the 3 here. That places our 5. That's our 6. We get the 5 and 3 here. We get our 4 here. Let's clear out these. Oopsie, not all of those. Let's clear out the 4 and the 5 here. Clear out the 6 here and the 6 here. I'm just cleaning up now that... Oh, over here, we got the 3 and the 4. Okay. That gives us the 3 and the 5. We get the 4 here. 3 in the corner, emitting snow. Very pretty. That's a 3. Okay. This is 7 or 8, unfortunately. This whole box is, what's in addition to the 7, 8? 9. 7, 8, 9. Okay, well, that can't be the 9, so the 9's here. And the 9's there. This last digit is definitely one of them. Yeah, it's a 2. That's 7 and 2. That's 5 and 7. Over here, I'm thinking about this triple, actually. 1, 6, and what? 1, 4, 6. Well, the 4 goes here, and that gives us the 1 and the 6. Places the 6 here. Wow, it all hinged on that naked 4. Pretty much an essential deduction. This can't be 1. So that's 8, that's 1, that's 8. These 2 digits are... Oh, we get the 7, 1, 7, 8. And these 2 digits are 1 and 5. That's 1, that's 5, and we're done. All right. I don't know if this was hard. It depends on whether you notice this 4. If you get this 4, you're golden. I mean, there was a lot of good pointing going on in this puzzle. There was some hidden stuff, hidden triple. Yeah, so this might have been on the harder side. But I don't know, like, whether getting this 4, like, gets around needing to find some of the other stuff that I found. So let me know how your solve went. And if you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.